Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on Flask. In today's video we are going to be talking about how message flashing works. So what message flashing is let's say you're logging into a website and you want to put in a username that has some characters that the website doesn't accept. The website is most likely going to flash a message on your screen saying, your username is invalid. So we're going to see how we do that with Flask. To get started, you're going to want to import it at the top, import Flash, and then to get started, we are going to find a spot in our code where we would want to use it. So let's just say we want to do it in login. So let's do it right under where we define our session variable. The way that you define a Flash instance is by typing in Flash, not Flask, then the message that you want to flash. So in this case, we'll say user logged in. And then we need to define what type of category that this flash is in. So in this case, it is flashing a info. It's just displaying information on the screen, but there's also other ones like warning and stuff like that. So now that we have our flash created, how are we going to visualize that in our HTML? Well, let's look at where this is going to be rendered. So this is going to be going to our user HTML. So let's see what HTML we use here. We don't really have one, so we can just borrow our home.html in this case. So we'll just say return render template home.html. Okay, and then we go here to where our home.html is. We'll have this stealing our username, or we'll just have it, okay. So we want to display the username now that it's here. So we'll return So now that we have our username being able to be rendered, let's worry about how to flash our message on the screen. So let's go back here, and I'm going to need you to write down this chunk of code, and I'll go through it so you can understand. So we want to open up with our curly braces and parentheses, and we want to open up with messages equals get flashed messages. So this is just allowing messages within this with statement to be allowed to happen. So then we want to say if there's a message, so if messages within messages equals get flashed. For every message that's in messages, we want to print that message out. Then we just end all of the with and the if. So this should be all we need to have a flash working. So let's get this open. Let's type in our username tonight, and then here you go, you say user logged in. I did just realize that the whole point of what I taught you last time was to not have this here, and here you could say user logged in is successfully flashed on our screen. So here you could see where we defined it, where we passed it, and here you can say it rendered. Now what if we want to render it when we log out? So let's do that exact process again. So let's copy and paste our flash since it's kind of reusable, and here we can just change this to user logged out. And then let's go to our home.html. Let's just steal this piece of code right here, and we can put this in our logged in form, because you can see here that once the user is logged out, they are redirected to login. So let's restart up our Flask app, python.main.py. Click here, go back to our page. We have our fresh website. Let's type in our username tonight. Here you can see we got flashed user logged in. You refresh and it goes away. And now let's go to the route was called user logout. And here you can see user logged out. So that was just a quick demonstration on how you guys can implement flashing in your websites. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below, and I'll see you in the next one.